I am on Highway 17 heading back to Edenton. I had a great time at Petals from the Past. And then when I went back, got back into North Carolina, my son in law was deployed. My daughter works. So I needed to go watch the grandchildren. So I am just getting to be able to go home from Petals of the Past. And I can tell you, I can hear it. Y'all hear it? You hear my bed calling my name. That's right. That's what we're doing. So I just wanted to pop on for a second and tell everyone thank you so much for all of your support. We've got some wonderful people that are coming over from Coghill Farm. Mrs. Coghill Farm said, "Come see me." And they went, "Oh, I'm over here from Coghill Farm. I want to say, hey, I'm so glad to see you. Hey, Kayla, good morning, darling, my dancing partner. Hey, Rebecca." Now, Kayla helped me pack up my tent. That girl, it was hot that day that we spent at Petals. I mean, it wasn't unbearably hot like Alabama can be unbearably hot, but it wasn't. It was nice. It's just that I'm not used to staying outside all day long. I do go inside my home in the middle of the day, and I was in there. But sweet Kayla, my dancing partner, came. Good morning. I know, Leanne. It's crazy, isn't it? Hey, Vintage and John Moss. Oh, Jackie. Good morning, everybody. I'm on the road, y'all. And I didn't wash my hair this morning because it's all sticking up crazy. I did take a bath before I left the grandbabies and my daughter. I had a wonderful week with the grandchildren. They're in a little school where they go on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's supported through a homeschool curriculum on steroids. It's really hard. It's a tough thing. So y'all tell me, I'm on the phone obviously because I'm in the car. I hope that you can hear me and see me okay. I can't read the comments because I don't have my glasses on right this second, but if you'll let me know that you can hear me and see me, that would be great. So I'm heading home. I have missed my garden. First of all, I missed that word Dale. I'm telling you what, that husband of mine, he has spoiled me so terribly of getting up in the morning and saying good morning and looking after me so well. But the coffee, y'all, he makes the best coffee ever and always has a cup out there waiting for me, a cup and a spoon. I loved your dance. Then Jason cut a rug. Oh, you can hear me. Good, good, good. You can hear me and see me. That's awesome because the phone, I got a new phone. My phone that I had before, it's all the same service, so I don't know why it made any difference, but it did. I have Verizon service, and my phone before was just terrible. It cut out all the time. Good, put a one in there. Thank you all for letting me know. Butler Family Farm. Good morning, honey. I was just watching Creekside Chronicles, getting my sermon on this morning, and it was a wonderful service. So if you get a chance to go over and see Tony and Joni, their main channel is Creekside Maples. That's their building. They're building their off-grid home. And then on Sunday mornings, Creekside Chronicles is where we can go and get the word. And it's lovely. So good, Kayla. Anyway, thank you so much for helping me pack up my tent because by that time I was wiped out, and we still had a dance to go yet. I still had I still had my dance that I wanted to dance with all my friends and be able to boogie woogie a little bit. And that was fun. We had a good time. I love it that everyone's spirit was in the right direction, meaning you don't have to look good. You don't have to be perfect. It's okay to goof up. Just go and have a good time. And when you dance, I mean, you're having a good time. I think. I think. But it was a wonderful time. I'm so glad to get back to see, first of all, my husband, second of all, my dog, Brownie. I would imagine it's been a week and a half since I've been home. And I would imagine that Brownie is probably thinking his mama has totally abandoned him. And so I get to go see my Brownie and my girls, all the chickens. I mean, Worth and I talk 2 or 3 times a day on the phone. We FaceTime, all that stuff, but it's not the same. And so I get to go see my chickens, all the girls. The older girls are the rulers of the roost. That's Thelma and Louise. And then the 6 baby girls, they're not babies anymore. They're big and they're in the chicken coop now all together. Although every now and again I get up and I see that the baby girls are still in the coop because the big girls are going, you ain't coming out in my space. But they're working it out, and we let them out in the yard every day, and they all get along fine when they have a little more space. So that's just fine. Hey, Diana. Oh, my goodness. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I love your GIFs so much. Kayla, you're so welcome, Miss Ann. I wish I could have stayed for the second dance. I know your parents were just tuckered out. Me too. I mean, it was at the very end of the day. I thought it was great that Cog Hill, Jason and Brooke, which are adorable, by the way, and absolutely the same in person as they are online. Jason and Brooke from Cog Hill Family Farm, which the only saving grace about being away from home so long is I brought my kindness in a cup coffee with me, Cog Hill's coffee. And it is kindness. I brought a bag of regular and a bag of decaf, and I mix them together because I like half calf coffee, and it's delicious coffee, y'all. So if you haven't had any of Cog Hill's kindness in a cup, check out their kindness in a cup because I know everybody here knows Cog Hill. They're just fabulous. How far do you have to go? Well, it's about 3 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes from the grandchildren to my home. I am almost to Little Washington. I've gone bypassed around Newbern, getting ready to go through Little Washington or bypass around Little Washington. And then it's about an hour from there. So I still have about an hour to go. Jason did cut a rug, man. Thank you, Diane. Hey, F.R. Humphrey and Mona. Mona did what? Hey, everybody. I love that name. She did what? Yeah, it's about another hour's drive, something like that. But it's not a bad drive. It's mostly 4 lane. There are some 2 lane sections. The section between Little Washington and Williamston, North Carolina, is 2 lane, and that gets a little tedious when you get behind slow people. Because I'm not slow. Let's just put it that way. I can put the pedal to the metal a little bit. In fact, my sister was teasing me, Miriam. I wouldn't hardly let her drive in the beginning because she drove the speed limit the whole way. Like, oh my gosh, everyone on the highway is passing us, sister. Oh, but she was such a trooper, traveled with me the whole time. Just a dream to travel with. We went down to Clanton, Alabama, stayed at the Inn of Clanton, and we had, let's see, Peaceful Des, F.R. Humphrey, Belton Loop 29, Lazy Days Ahead, and Butler Family Farm, Black's Tropical Homestead, Chuck from Life with Glenda and Chuck and his son, which his son is adorable, getting ready to travel over to England to study, which is amazing. I mean, how awesome is that? Dusty Goats, Crazy Lizzie. It was a whole ton of us. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. I really, really, really don't want to. Yes, Danny Days Ahead and her whole family, her husband, her mom, her daughter, they were all dancing. We were dancing around the pool, having a big time till they closed the pool on us. Um, And then, unfortunately, I was tuckered out and went to sleep. But not for nothing, Homestead and Mud and Mascara made the trip over to see Jesse and all the crowd from the hotel. I'm so sorry. I just, whew, I was whipped and I couldn't make it any longer. My body was shutting down. It was saying, time to go to bed. Jamie's country living. Hey, darling. Unbiased. Hey, sweetie. So I can't see the chat that much, y'all, and I am in traffic. I'm a little put off by the fact that so many people had the same idea I did. There's quite a bit of traffic out here for a Sunday morning. Nothing like the big cities. I mean, absolutely nothing. But usually, when we travel home from my daughter's to or from my daughter's on a Sunday morning, there's very little traffic. You can just zip, zoom right on, don't even have to worry about other cars anywhere. And thank goodness I've made this trip long enough, I could just about let go of the steering wheel and it can drive itself home. So that's a good thing. But I just wanted to touch base with everybody. I haven't been on in a little bit. When I'm with the grands, that's just about all I can do is to be with the grands. And they're precious and they're only going to be little for so long. I mean, time has gone. James is already 12. He'll be 13 in just a few months. 13. Wow. And 13 is coming out in him. Yeah, with the attitude. That attitude is showing up. And Millie, she's 8, and she'll soon be 9. And that little social butterfly will be off skedaddling with her girlfriends and having a big time. And they won't have time for grandmama and granddaddy soon. Y'all, I wish I could show you. I bought, can you see? That is a Jamaican sorrel hibiscus plant. It's already a tree almost. I didn't pay but $10 for it at Petals from the Past. I got to go home and put it in a bigger pot. But that bad boy is blooming. It loved Sneed's Ferry. It's Sneed's Ferry, North Carolina. That's down at the beach. It rained a few times and it was sitting on the front porch right in the direct sun. Woo! It loved that area. I hope it loves Edenton, North Carolina too. I got to make sure that it gets in the direct sun. But I've already got buds all over it. So I'll be able to, the flowers fall off automatically on these things. And then you're left with this alien looking pod. And you pick that pod off and dry it. And then we can have our own hibiscus tea. Can you imagine how healthy that is to make your own? I need to figure out a better way to dry it though. I dried it in the dehydrator. So if anybody has any, oh good, you see it. Great. If anybody has any better ways, I don't have a freeze dryer. I want a freeze dryer. Don't have a freeze dryer. That would be the best way probably to preserve this for tea. But I use a dehydrator. It's like from the 70s. It's an old one, but I love it and it still works. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there's got to be, I think I dried it too hard, too much. And so there's got to be a better way. I might be able to just put it in a paper bag, but it's kind of fruity. And because it's fruity and has flesh, I don't know if it would do well hanging up with a paper bag because it, coral seeds. Yeah, okay, great. And you want a freeze dryer as well, yeah. You use a dehydrator. I think I can use a dehydrator. Oh, and Jesse and Lisa are in here. I didn't see you, honey. I've been looking. Jesse and Lisa, so much. I mean, I am in their debt column like you would not believe. Not just for physical things. I mean, for being here, being my emotional support, being Gifting me things, yes, but teaching me how to run my own computer, how to run programs every time I have anything extra. So I was looking on their Amazon wish list, trying to figure out something to send them. I didn't see anything that I can't live without. So I'm gonna need you to update your wish list, Jesse and Lisa, so that I can send you something off of it. Maybe some canning jars if you don't have them, your little ones that you like. Or I sent you some labels last time, but I'm so indebted to them. I can't tell you. They're my right hand. If I didn't have them and Cherie from Black's Tropical Homestead, you might not see me very much on social media, y'all. I don't think I can switch it so that you can see the road, and it's really nothing to see right this minute. But when I get home, let's talk about that because I'm excited about getting home, y'all. I mean, I'm gonna miss the grandbabies. I'm gonna miss my daughter. I love them dearly. Love spending time with them. But been gone for a week and a half. It's time. It's time to be home. And my garden needs a lot of love and attention. Worth has done a wonderful job. He said he went out last night and picked in the teens of hornworms. Anybody else still have hornworms? I thought those things were supposed to be gone by now. Anyway, my seedlings they've gone to pot because I've been gone so long. And so I think what we're going to do is go to our friendly family nursery that is Halsey's Nursery in Edenton and get some starts. Sorry if it's too loud. Too loud, bumpy, bumpy and jumpy. I'm on a construction road, so it's jumpy. I hate that for you. I'm sorry. Hopefully, I'll get back on some smooth highway in just a minute. I'll try to hold you up so you can see. Anyway, we're gonna probably go because they sell them for like 15 cents a piece. These starts. You can't go wrong. I can't grow them really for 15 cents a piece. So we can go get some cabbage. We've got a lot of collards already canned, so I don't really need to grow any more collards, although I'd like to grow enough for a fresh batch. One fresh batch. Cabbage, all those kinds of things. I don't think it's too late for carrots and beets, um, those types of things, but we need to get the cucumbers gone, and we need to get a lot of the tomatoes gone, and the peppers are still putting off like crazy. So we need to fill that garden back up with the fall garden, I think, anyway. Let's see. Okay, Lazy Days Ahead said something. We need to get you a pool noodle to wedge between your phone and the phone clamp to keep it from shaking so much. Yes, we do. Don't be the bum. Smash the thumb. All right. Nothing until the beginning of September. Okay. Well, I do want to start some seeds again, restart some seeds. I have a little greenhouse out there now, and so this is the time to utilize that in the spring. But honestly, to get a head start, I think I'm going to the nursery and of Halsey's. You can't beat the price, and I love the people there, and I like supporting my hometown nursery. And yeah, we do need a pool noodle. See, Jesse's just full. Jesse and Lisa, they got all the ideas, right? All the ideas to be able to do that. So I'm heading on. I'm about to enter Martin County. This is the 2-lane that's less than ideal. Let's see. Is that better? Is that a little bit better? Still. It's still jumping. I don't want to make y'all sick. I'll go ahead and get off of here. I just wanted to pop on and say, I'm going home. I'm headed home. Yes, yes. I'm headed home. I've already talked to Worth twice on the phone. He's waiting for me to get there. And we talked about dinner and what we're going to do this week and our plans and going and getting more food for the chickens because I like that combok food, but you can't find it just anywhere. And so I enjoy that, but I can't order it. I don't. I don't have a code for the shipping this time. The shipping was more expensive than the food. But let's see. Hello, Butler family. I'm going to take a weed eater to mine. Jamie, you going to take a weed eater to your garden? Yeah. Well, we've got that ground cover on there. So there's really no weeds to speak of to deal with. So once you pull your plants out, which a lot of people keep the plants in, for the following year to be able to keep nitrogen and all that stuff. But Worth is old school and he still tills the garden. A lot of people don't till it, but we do. We still till it up. And all those roots and things from like the green beans and the collards that we left in the ground last year got stuck in that tiller like nobody's business, man. Every 5 minutes he was stopping and pulling out roots from the tiller. My wild home is in here. Hey, Ed Kirkpatrick. I got to give that man a hug and take a picture with him. Has that picture made the internet yet, Ed? I hope so. Think so. It was in one of my videos from pictures and things. I'm so busy trying to make a hat for someone that wants to turn the turkeys loose in it. Okay. I don't understand that. I missed something, Rebecca. I missed something, darling. You're so sweet. Morningwood Farms. Good morning. Hey, how's everybody doing? My wild home. I love that flower. Okay, good. All right. I need to keep my Cadigan 619. You're a grandma too? Oh, hi, Grandma Boso. Okay. I have videos to make. I'm behind. Y'all, why is it that when we go to these meetups, all right, I need like a 3-day meetup, maybe, because the first day you're so nervous and you don't want to put your camera in front of everybody's face, especially when you're a small channel like mine and you're going around all these big channels that have 50, 100, 200, even 20,000. They're twice and 10 times larger than mine. So I feel funny going with a camera, you know. And then you ask the same thing every time. Who are you? Where are you from? How long did you travel here? Those kinds of things. And you kind of miss out living in the moment and being able to actually fellowship and be with others. Now, the purpose is to not just meet other channels, but to meet other followers, to be able to meet everyone. Now, the next day, it's a little better, but we're still busy and a little nervous about putting things out there. Now, I'm not shy as in going up and speaking to people. I don't mind doing that at all, but I am shy. My brain just goes to mush when I bring my camera out. I admire so much these people that can go around and make the best videos of these meetups. All these videos that all these other channels have out there are fabulous. And then by the time you leave that night, you go, man, I didn't get any video. And that's kind of what we're supposed to do on here is get some videos, right? I didn't get video of talking and visiting with Jesse and Lisa. I didn't get video of talking and listening with Danny or Butler Family Farm or or Felicia. I mean, Felicia and I talked, but I didn't get any film of it. I can tell you my very favorite thing that keeps coming to mind is Felicia sitting up under, this is F.R. Humphrey, sitting up under the tent and looking around and grinning, the biggest grin, and say, "These are my peoples. These are my peoples. I love being here. This is awesome." And I've walked around the house trying to, or the kids' house, trying to, you have flashes of memories of your best time and maybe a time where I was a little grumpy. I hadn't had enough coffee yet on Sunday morning. Sorry, everybody. Um, and what I could do better, what I could do differently. And that's just the best. Being able to see her pretty face, smiling and grinning and saying, "These are my peoples." And she's going to go on the cruise too. So these are your peoples, baby. Just about everybody that was under that tent is going on the cruise. Now that's a time where we'll be able to relax. But I am sorry I didn't get more conversational videos, because we do talk about, the weather and the dogs and all these various things. We do talk about something besides social media. Although, granted, when we do get together as a bunch of YouTubers, we talk a lot about social media, I gotta say. Because our families don't. Our families don't want to talk about social media with us. So I've kept y'all up here for almost 30 minutes. That was the best part, being with my peeps. That's right. And your friend had a good time too? Well, I felt a little. Next time when we go, we'll have a table, and I can just pay the fee, and then everybody can bring something to sell. We can all be under the same tent, and we can all bring something to sell. I think that would be fun. And then we'd have something to talk about with people that come by and things like that. But I kept walking around and seeing all these displays and all these banners and names of things and names of channels. And I thought, well, like I said, everybody else gathered stuff and brings and sells things, and we gathered people and laughed and listened and loved and chased the shade. We gathered people and chased the shade. We were all in a little ball running around how the sun moved, chasing shade. But I got to tell you, that does make me grin, Felicia, seeing your smiling face, looking around, happy as a clam. So, you guys, I'm turning here. This is Williamston, North Carolina. Not that you can see a thing, but this is Williamston, North Carolina. So I have about 40 minutes. And I am going to be in my driveway. I'll be in my driveway in 40 minutes. This car is packed from stem to stern because I had to bring everything with me that I was taking down to Alabama, and pack for a week to stay with the grandchildren. So poor Worth Dale, he's going to have a job getting this thing undone. Oh, they've cut the speed limit down to 55. Boo. It's usually 70 on this highway. So, hey, Miss Shirley OG. I'm so glad you're here, honey. How are you doing? How are things going? Be safe. Going home. See you later. All right, Rebecca. We'll see you soon. You're going to make the 2024 Expo. Yeah, the Soil Family Expo is the weekend, is the Soil Family Expo in Savannah, Georgia, the weekend following Easter. So it's April 2024, the week following Easter. So, y'all, trying to say goodbye on these things is like trying to say goodbye to your boyfriend in high school. I don't do it very well. So I'm just going to hang up. I love you all. Remember, the Lord says, "I know the plans I have for you," say the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. I hope I haven't shooken you all so much that you got a milkshake in there. Talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye bye now.